Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 5 of Career Hustle and Flow. I have my impromptu mic here. My name is June Colarusso. I am a career strategist and tech recruiter. I'm going to pass the mic to my co-host here on my right, left.
Yeah. Hey everyone, Valerie Mickey here, SEO writer and blogger of Oh Hello Work Life. And I am so excited. We made it to episode 5 and we are back. We took a couple of weeks off and now we are back with a full lineup for the rest of July. But the only thing that is missing, dear to our heart, is Jessica Williams. She just couldn't make it today, but you'll catch her next week.
Yes, she'll be back next week. She's in San Diego, just living her best life. You go, girl.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
And speaking of living their best life in real life and on LinkedIn, why don't we go ahead and pass the mic,
Let's get it started.
Whatever he's going to come up with to our special guest, our guest of honor. Let me drop the mic to you.
That was subtle, guys. That was subtle. Oh my gosh. Number one, that beat, I was freestyling. I was dancing. I was hoping that we were just gonna get into a dance off or something, because that beat was, I don't know where you found that or who made that for you, but keep them.
Yeah, June. Let us know.
I will keep Canva. Usually DJ does the intros, but we couldn't do it for this week. But Canva is an amazing resource.
For a sec, I was like, what show am I on? Shoot, like,
just care
for me.
Yes, we are so excited to have you, Kevin. Would you mind doing a little intro for yourself?
Absolutely. So as you can see right there, I'm Kevin Logan Jr. I am a recruiter by trade, a marketer at heart. I have spent the last 9 months of my life dedicating myself to creating content on LinkedIn to both develop my authority in the recruiting industry and the recruiting space, as well as really just putting good content out there to connect with my community. I believe highly in connection. I believe highly in a phrase that is overused, that your network is your net worth. And I've seen that play out time and time again over these 9 months. So that is mostly who inhabits me right now. I am a father of one, a husband of one. Yes. And I got one on the way. So life is good. We just moved into this home. Everything inside that place is crazy. So we're out here enjoying the sunshine.
Oh my gosh. Well, welcome. So excited to have you here.
And congratulations so much on the horizon.
Thank you. Oh gosh, yes. Beautiful things. Hi, LinkedIn user.
Hi, LinkedIn user. That's David. I see, who is it? What's up, Philip?
Hey, Philip.
Hey.
I see, hello, all of you. Bruce.
What's up, Bruce?
Why are you on private? LinkedIn user mode. I know who you are.
Show yourself.
Show yourself. I don't know about being in Kevin's presence. Like, I was pinging Valerie all day, and I was like, I was having a rough day. But I was really looking forward to this because you just bring out the best in people, Kevin. I feel like with your content, how you show up.
Thank you.
Before we kick off this show, do you want to ask him that question that we always usually start off this show?
So how we start off Career Hustle and Flow, we always ask our guests, who is your favorite music artist or music genre?
Oh.
Or what is like the one song that you like to listen to?
Oh, right. What is your what do they call it? Like
your hype song. The song that's gonna
your hype songs.
Anytime you're going to get ready for an interview or getting ready for a live show.
I can't even say this.
You have to say it.
Yes, you can, because you don't know June's picks. June's picks are like.
Oh my God! If I tell you though, oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you 1A. It's just us three. Who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. So the genre is definitely hip hop. I love hip hop because of the stories that are told, the way that they're told, the creativity, and the way in which people create music. I just vibe with it. The song specifically and the artist is J. Cole. The song is Snow in the Bluff. It's kind of a freestyle of his, and if you listen to it, it is one of the realest songs that you'll ever listen to. I'm trying to sit here and just think of like the first lines. The first line is, people be thinking I'm deep, fooled. Wait. People be thinking I'm deep, intelligent, fooled by my college degree. My IQ is average. There's a young lady out there that's way smarter than me. And then he just goes about breaking down what is reality versus what is perceived in this life. And it gets real and gets in depth. And that's my hype song. I deal with real and realness. So Snow in the Bluff, J. Cole, look it up, y'all.
Still yes. J. Cole. I'm going to put that on my playlist.
I'm going to totally look it up. Look up the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's so true to you.
It is. It is true to me. It speaks to me. That's why I love it.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about career. Like, part of our show is like, we love talking about career, hustle, what keeps you motivated. Yep. What is like where is like the most, what is the environment that you feel the most creative as far as like in your flow state, right? But why don't you go ahead and share like a little bit of who you are in your career? And I can't believe you've only been on this LinkedIn journey for 9 months now.
It's been 9. I took a month and a half off, so technically it has only been 9 months.
Oh, good for you. When did you take that time off?
Actually, before about 3 weeks ago, I was off for about a month and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I took 2 weeks, and then so we went to Las Vegas on a family trip, and I came back, and it didn't feel right. And then the next week went, but then the next week was like, oh God. And then the 6th week, it was like a snowball of, if I don't do this now, I will never go back. And so I had to come back. So I almost was like, all right, bye.
Really?
Oh, no, we could have missed out. No, yes. Thank goodness you came back.
Yes.
But what made you not, like, what was, that pending moment? What was making you question to come back?
The consternation was just really evaluating what it is that I do on this platform, who I help, and why. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't like sincerely identify those things. I couldn't specifically say, this is who I help and why. This is how I'm going to, this is what I'm going to create and why. This is how I'm going to make money and why. This is how I'm going to uplift my family and why. So I just couldn't answer those more central questions as to who Kevin is. And I just had to take a step back and get back to understanding why I was spending hours on this platform. So that was it. Why am I taking hours away from other things I could be doing, and evaluating that question, and then putting that back into its importance. So luckily, in that 6 weeks, I did a lot of that, and a lot of figuring out and deciding that this platform is probably the best thing to ever happen to my personal development. No. This platform is the best thing to ever happen to my personal development in my life by far.
Yeah. Adding one on that, plus one on that. And I think it's also important too, like we talk about burnout. I've reached burnout too, especially being on this platform and being a creator and helping your community. I mean, I just got back from a vacation last week, which had off.
Nice.
Yes. But I totally feel you on that. Like I took a couple of days off from posting on LinkedIn, and I'm like, this is actually nice.
It's actually nice, right?
To be present with my family, and having a time to pause and just kind of reflect. But I'm glad that you took some time off to get a clear understanding of your purpose here on LinkedIn. So what is your purpose on LinkedIn? Like, what motivated you to start showing up 9 months ago? Because how many years of experience were you on LinkedIn for prior to you actually starting posting content?
Oh, maybe 6 months, 8 months, I think. Yeah, I did not even know what LinkedIn was before a year and a half ago.
Really?
I know.
I can't believe it.
I literally had no idea. Somebody was like, LinkedIn. I was like, what's that? And then they were like, oh, you're joking, right? And I was like, no. And then they showed, and I was like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing ever. And then I went in there and I put like a picture and a couple words, and I left it for like 6 months. And then, it was when I lost my job, August 2020, with Amazon. And I put out a post that week. And so because I worked at Amazon, everybody is going to react to my post, or
Right.
A lot of people react to posts just because I work at Amazon. So I put out a post right after I left, and it was like, hey, I just left my job at Amazon. I have no idea what I want to do, but I know a lot about how to get a job at this place. So let me know if there's any way I can help. What I didn't realize was going to happen was there'd be like 1,000 likes, 450 comments, and because I've never had posted ever. So I didn't expect that. So over time, it ended up being like 600 plus comments. And I just kind of went through one by one, helping people. And so what started as, honestly, like, let me just keep stuff. Excuse me. Let me keep stuff.
No, you should say shit.
Okay. Keep shit 100% real here. I absolutely started, and there was no like altruism in it. It wasn't me trying to help anybody. Trust me. It was me trying to help me. It was me trying to help me find a job. And so I thought, how can I help me find a job? Well, I can put my authority out there, and I can show people that I can help people get a job. I'll put my face out there. I'll tell people how I know how to do this and I know how to do that. And that made sense to me. It didn't work out that well. So the first couple posts coming on were crickets. There was only a couple people that really responded and reacted, but it was the fact that I knew that I was here to help me first that got me to continue on. And then from there, I was able to get there to the point where I could help other people. But it was completely about me and helping myself, because I had been deeply depressed after losing my job.
Oh my God. I love it. I think we kind of shared or kind of bonded through, I think, our DMs one day.
Yeah.
That we shared similar stories that we were both like, laid off because of the pandemic.
I think we all were.
We all were, actually.
Oh no, mine was. I'll own mine. Mine was not the pandemic. No, I bombed my interview. So I was a contractor and I earned my interview.
Oh, I see. And you converted full time.
Yeah. Actually, the pandemic did have a part. So I was supposed to have my interview in February, but when the pandemic hit, they cut them all. And so I didn't actually have my interview until that August. And so from February to August, I mock interviewed 777,000 times. And I was just a rote robot. So that when I got to the interview, the second that they asked the questions a little bit differently than what I had practiced time and time again, done. Just done. And so it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you. Whoever was looking out for me, somebody was looking out for me. Somebody was like, Kevin, you need to have a bad day. You need to mess this up. Because you have no idea what's through that door that you're about to walk through when they look at your butt walking out. And that's what you want. So go. So thank you. Thank you.
I love that, how you just kind of flipped it around, because people are having bad days left and right, but there could be a reason, there could be a lesson, there could be something behind that is waiting for you on the other side, for either for you to learn or just for you to be grateful for, because you can see the difference of this day versus that day.
Absolutely. There's always a lesson. You always have to go on living. I know. Hey, Gabe. Yes. Number one, I'm still gonna squint. It's just a habit now. It's not even like a thing. It's just a habit. So I'm gonna squint, Gabe, just so you know.
I love that. Gotta get outside of the scripts to be yourself.
That's right.
Yes. And I know it's cheesy. Everyone says like rejection is the redirection, but it's true, right? Like you had to have one bad day, and to help you overcome the depression, you started showing up on LinkedIn, but you went into a position of helping yourself, right? Because sometimes, like when we help others, we really are helping ourselves. That's how I felt too when I started sharing advice on LinkedIn to help job seekers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I built the foundation of understanding how to be a career strategist and recruiter off the backs of people letting me help them for free. I mean, there's a lot of people I'm friends with and talk to today. One of my great friends is Sarah Saidi. She was literally my first client for job seeking. And I helped her I helped her evaluate what her voice should be online, and just helped her grow that and put it out there unashamedly, and really just feel free to be who you are, your authentic self. I think so much of this right here is getting to a place where you just feel comfortable with you. Mm-hmm. And so that's what so much of writing was. It was just getting to a point where I felt comfortable writing and talking about myself, so that I could just have that confidence to show up as me. And to that point, and then back to the interviewing, since doing that with LinkedIn and creating that content, I have gotten 10 jobs because I interview amazingly now, because I'm just not worried about those things that you normally worried about when you have confidence and you believe in what you know, who you are, and how you can apply that to the person on the other side of the table.
So are you basing your build of confidence off of your writing and just kind of getting to know yourself better throughout those months? Like what is it based off of, this confidence?
Absolutely. It's both. So it's writing, and then it's getting that, it's a quick feedback loop, right? So people are going to comment. So they're going to, you can tell on LinkedIn when your content is good and when it's not. Thank you for sharing. Thumbs up. Things like that. Great. If you're consistently getting that, I'm going to be honest with you guys. People are nice, but maybe you need to work on your content. But when your content is good is when people respond to your question.
Yes.
They react to your content. And there's more than like 2, 3, 4 sentences.
Right.
And so that's where you start to build your confidence, because you get that feedback loop that lets you know, okay, this is the right way. And then you're like, okay, then you double down, and then you start writing in that voice. And then you mess up again. And then you get that quick feedback. Okay, got it. And then you move on. And so I talked about this the other day. Bias for action plus time plus continuous improvement equals confidence. It's really that simple. But if you don't take action, you will never, ever build confidence reading a book.
Oh,
ever.
Yes. Because you can do all of the learning, right? And
all you want.
But if you don't take action and if you don't experiment
then
and
improve,
test your content, then you'll never be in a place where you get that confidence or feel confident.
How will you know? How would you know?
How would you know? Oh my God, I love that. Can you say that again? What was your formula again? You said unbiased. You said something about
bias for taking action plus time plus continuous improvement equals confidence.
Are you all taking notes, please? Are you taking notes? You are
so true. I think practice doesn't make perfect. I think practice does build confidence for sure.
And that's why I say practice makes permanent, not perfect.
Permanent. And just like how you said you were practicing how many times for that interview at Amazon? You said 7,000 times or 700.
I'm not even joking. Probably 700.
I believe you. I believe you with your commitment and your dedication, like what you do with your work, everything that you've been doing here. Oh, did you freeze? I believe you. But like you said, now you are killing it at interviews because you got that practice in.
But I also think that there could be extreme, right? Where then you lose your intention and you lose your, like it just becomes robotic, like how it didn't work out for you. So you have to leave room for that authenticity and for your true self to come out.
Leave room for nuance. So now I do not, how do I say this in a way that doesn't make people, don't take this wrong, okay? But I don't prepare for interviews. But that's because I prepare for interviews every day that I create content and I comment with people and I respond and react online to review content and everything else. I'm doing it right there because I have all this information right here at the ready because I do it all the time. I get on Clubhouse, I can talk it's quick. I'm not nervous anymore. I don't get the flutters. That's confidence. Not getting the bubble guts anymore before you're about to put something out. That's confidence. Putting yourself on video and just pressing post and whatever. That's confidence. Once I can't explain to people unless you take the action yourself, what that feels like and how that snowball rolls down that hill to something bigger to where and I mean this, you can do anything. And it starts with taking action.
Absolutely. Can I ask you this, Kevin? So when you made that first post on LinkedIn, was it like a text post or a video?
It was a text.
How did you feel when you posted it? Like after not posting at all, after being on the platform?
Yeah, I felt horrible actually because I felt like I was asking people for a handout. It was weird to get the response I got too because I never posted. So it was, hey guys, I just lost my job, but in doing so, in the back of my mind, again, I'm doing this because I'm helping myself. I'm not actually trying to help you. I'm being completely honest. But it had such a groundswell of reaction. I couldn't believe that 1,000 people to somebody they don't even know and 400 of people that actually needed help. So what that did was it gave me the feedback loop and it broke. Actually, you know what it did? There was a confirmation bias there. There was a bias I had as to, because I was who I was, I thought there would be nothing. And I kind of just did it and I expected nothing. So I had an expectation it was nothing. And so by having a different result, the exact opposite of my expectation, like it just kind of blew my mind. And I had to do something with that. I couldn't like just leave that. I couldn't leave 400 people that I put a post. So then I just started, I mean, I'm not even kidding. I spent 8 to 9 hours a day free of my time. And I just got on
Believe you.
on call with people,
Yeah.
and helped as much as I can. But what I didn't realize is through that process, how much I was helping myself gain confidence in being a recruiter, because I was hopping on a phone call and it was nothing. I was making small talk with people and building relationships with people. And then that relationship turned in, hey, I don't know if you know about this person, but they need help too. Hey, I don't know if you know about this person, but they need help too. And it becomes this beautiful ecosystem is what you start creating.
Ecosystem community, right?
That's it. A community, not an audience, a community.
Exactly.
How you sharing how you were helping people and it actually helped you as well. It kind of reminds me of your episode with Jamal on Listen Then Speak. An amazing episode. People should go on the podcast and subscribe to it right now and find Kevin's episode, because that episode kind of put me to tears. The way that you talked and the way that you shared the story. I'm not going to give too much away because you should go ahead and listen to it. But there was the story that you shared about your mom and how she helped someone. And she spent hours helping this person she didn't even know she met in a grocery store. Mm-hmm. And the way that you described, how she was helping someone out of the goodness of her heart, it reminds me of you. Do you feel like that's where you get this?
Oh gosh, yes.
Ooh, this is where the hustle comes. Where do you get your hustle from, Kevin?
Oh my gosh, yes. Like, it's too much though, guys. I grew up with a mom that had that would, to the detriment of herself, help people out, and they're unhealthily, to be quite honest though. And I saw it both ways. And so I have this ridiculous amount of empathy in me that I've never known what to do with, because everybody's always told me that the way I think about it and the way I think about people is wrong. So I say things that people are like, what? I love people, guys. Like, I love people, like all people. I just love people. Anytime I say that, people are like, what? Are you crazy? You get all the reactions, but I'm like very sincere. Like, I like people's problems. What? That's weird, because I like helping people solve them, because I grew up with a mom that I saw day in and day out do that. And she never got $1 back. Very, very rarely would get any recognition, a thank you, pat on the back, or anything. But I saw her wake up day in and day out and go to it. And so, in addition, my mother has had a lifelong disease. It's called incomplete pancreatic disease. I won't tell a lot about her life, but she's basically been living in pain most of her life since she was 31. And yet, and still at almost 62, she's still just every day worried about other people, worried about her family, taking care of other people. So that's the tone I understand. That's what I've seen growing up. That's my experiences. And so when I look at this world, that's kind of what I see. I try to see the places where I can help. And luckily, having seen my mother do it unhealthily, I was able to get a step back and do it in a healthy way now. Honestly, because of what I've done in this last 9 months, I've been able to talk to people that understand things that I don't understand. I had no idea that I was an empath. I didn't even know what that word meant before 9 months ago. I found out what that word meant 3 months ago when I was talking to Jamal on a Clubhouse, and he was talking about empaths. And I was like, wait, so the reason I cry at sad movies is because I'm an empath and I have their feelings inside me, and because I'm sick and tired of not knowing why I cry at these stupid things. Like those things. But
I cried during Survivor. It's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. And but you take it all on. And that's who I am. I'm just somebody that takes it on.
Yes.
I'm just embracing it and finally deciding how I want to deploy it.
Deploy and own it, right? And encourage people to show up.
That's right.
And it goes through your content writing and your regular writing and through your recruiting too. So now it's something that maybe we used to be embarrassed about, but it kind of becomes your superpower. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It is my superpower. Oh my gosh. Because I care about people, but luckily, because again, through all this, not that much. And that's important. That's important. You have to care about people, but not that much so that you stay objective.
I agree to that. There's boundaries because you can't drain everything out of yourself or get taken advantage of.
And you have to be objective when it's time to give feedback. And if you care too much, oftentimes when you're too close, it's hard to give objective feedback. So I do my best to care as much as possible without getting that attachment where I can still be my real authentic self and tell you exactly how I feel and not what you want to hear.
Mm. Yes.
Love it. So we went over career and then we went, I think, over hustle, right? Because that's your motivation. That's your superpower that we went over.
Yeah, I do want to actually ask about your post today because you shared a ton of great tips for job seekers, for anyone. And our theme today is how to think outside the box.
Outside the box.
That's right.
So before we go into talking about your flow state, what is your biggest advice for job seekers, for entrepreneurs, for people who that want to actually leverage LinkedIn to build that community and find their voice, but is scared because the constant, we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people, right? And how they are producing content. There's this fear of what people are thinking of me. Imposter syndrome is a common thing that we all feel. What is your tips, Kevin, for anyone out there that is experiencing any self-doubt, but has this itch to finally make that move on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to do it your own way. And that is the easiest thing to say and the hardest thing to do. And I that's why I say that. So when you start, when I started, I paid attention to Joel Algy. I paid attention to Doug Lawson. I paid attention to a bunch of influencers and how they wrote. And I tried to write like them. And it didn't come out right. The first couple of weeks, it just didn't come out right. And it didn't sound like me. But over time, little by little, as I continued to write, I started to develop my own voice. And so that's the same for you. In the beginning, it's not even going to sound like you probably. You might not even be able to express. No. You're not going to be able to express yourself in the way that you want to fully. But that's because you haven't gained the confidence. Remember the equation, right? It takes time and patience as well. So you have to have time and patience with yourself. But there is nothing that will give back to you in rewards, in money, in whatever it is that you want, than writing on this platform, creating content on this platform. But here's the awesome thing, everybody. That doesn't mean you have to press the button post ever. That only means that you have to be in people's comment section and they have to know that you exist. Yes. And then there's there's cool things now these days, guys. There's this thing called Dubb, D-U-B-B. You don't have to just write words. You can put your video in the comment section. I did it for a week where I commented back in video to people. That's right. You can do that.
I think that's so much more efficient with time because sometimes
I have fat fingers. I have really.
There's a bit of a process to it.
Okay.
So, but look it up. But so what it does though is it differentiates you. Okay.
Yeah.
Every time I did it, it was a week experiment. Every single time I did it, I got a DM immediately that was like, "Yo, that was amazing," and it wasn't amazing. It was like, "Hey, thanks so much for commenting on my post," but it was nuanced. It was different. The same with So that's it, right? Be different. But you have to find your different. The only way you do that is taking this back. It's a theme. You have to take action. Again, even if it just starts in people's comment section by just saying thank you for sharing. If you continue to show up day after day, you will get to a point where you are tired of saying thank you for sharing. Yes, Dubb. So just keep showing up.
Yes.
It's persistence. It's persistence. That's what wins.
I wish I had a gong. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, my advice to everybody who starts is do not leave for 2 months. I know that sounds like a lot of time,
2 months
but
you
are not allowed to go anywhere. You have to post one a day, which means a comment. I'm just talking about a comment. Even if it's just one comment a day, but you have to show up day after day.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And let me say this, I've done this to 25 people plus now. Every single person after week 1 was like, okay, I'm sick and tired of thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And then they've developed their voice. We all did it. That's how we all mostly started.
That's how we did it. Yeah. But you do it your own way, whatever you feel
your
comfortable
way.
with.
That's
Mark
right.
says, I've been showing up for 380 days strong. I'm so proud of you, Mark. All day.
Good on you, Mark. Good on you, Mark.
And what's up from New Jersey
Hey.
all day?
Hey.
Queens, baby.
Hey.
I love that dub tip. I'm gonna try that.
It's cool.
I've
Just
been
for some nuance.
I've been trying to voice auto text reply on comments, but it never gets it right.
Yeah, I haven't been able to. I know.
Damn
I wish that LinkedIn. Can you guys please?
They are a little slow.
Can we embed
Hey,
this?
Jamal.
Our brother
Hey,
is
what's up, Jamal?
today. J-Mal popping in the house to show some love. Sounds like the folks are having church. Yes. And Kevin is speaking poetry.
And
For everyone
Pastor Kevin
here.
is here.
Yes. Oh wait, I wanted to share this post because I loved reading this morning. This one that you wrote today. You guys that are watching, go to the post right now and save it. He said, I love this. I loved how you started it. He said, if I were a job seeker today, I'd spend 95% of my seeking time on LinkedIn, building my presence by writing thoughtful comments daily on my target audience posts and any posts that I've seen them frequent, like influencer company posts. And then you break it down to as far as spending another 5% on Clubhouse, and then optimizing your about section. And what inspired you to post this today?
Well, because I was going to be on this show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anytime I'm going to be on a show where there's job seekers, I want to give you guys actionable advice. I don't like platitudes. I freaking hate platitudes. I can't stand just words that are words just to you and put them out there so it sounds like it does something. So I'd rather give you actionable tips. 2 actionable tips, guys. Please, I source all day. June, I'm sure sources all day. Maybe she has a source search. Right? So we're on profiles. We're looking at your profiles, guys. Your about section in your experience section. I see so many people. So think of real estate. That is your real estate. That is your property. Own it. Own it. That's your house.
Yes. And your banner.
Yes.
And your picture, all of that, your headline.
Well, make sure you have those spotlights on it.
I would say that was like your billboard.
So, yes, but I'll say this: when it comes to LinkedIn Recruiter, we don't get to see your banner.
We see your headline. That's the most.
We do see your headline, but when I'm searching keywords or I'm searching via LinkedIn, I'm keying in on your about and your experience. In your about, I kind of want to see maybe what your tech stack is. Maybe you tell a little bit about how you use those things or how you do your job. But then in the experience section, that is your opportunity to be robust. It is not a resume. You don't need it to be a one-pager. You need it to be keyword rich, robustly yet succinctly explaining what it is you do. And make it like a master resume if you want. Because the more that you put in there, the more that will be a keyword that I might find that I can connect to this job that I absolutely, let me tell you, need you for. And I want to get in touch with you. But I need you to make it easier for me about an experience section. So but to the other point, yes, banner, having that photo nice and centered. Just having the little things about your profile will certainly help when it comes to you being found for what you want to be found.
Yeah, sorry, my kids are in the background.
No, you're perfectly fine.
It's dinner time.
I know about that.
Yeah, you know about that life, Kevin.
I do know about that
life.
life.
And you too, Val, and you're having one on the way soon and around the corner.
It's right around the corner. It's in a month and 2 days, the 9th of August. That is the date that we are set.
Leo baby. I love it. I'm a Leo.
Leo baby.
What was I going to say? Yeah, take those tips. Optimize your LinkedIn profile. Include those keywords. So,
can I say one last thing? I promise. Yeah. The other 5% important piece was Clubhouse. Okay, I cannot explain. Oh my gosh, guys, I cannot explain to you. I know LinkedIn was amazing to me, but I really only spent 2 months on Clubhouse. But if I could, I'm getting goosebumps. I have goosebumps right now. If I could explain to you guys how important Clubhouse was for me in clarifying my voice Like not my actual voice, but my voice. I asked and did and said so many dumb things on stage, and each time I had a lesson learned, and each time I got less weary about just saying what it was that was on my mind, because I learned that I'm only worried about helping the people on the other side. And LinkedIn didn't teach me that. Clubhouse taught me that. It taught me to don't worry about what you're going to say because it's not about you. Worry about how you're going to help the person on the other side, and you won't be worried what you have to say, and it'll come out the right way.
Yes. I agree.
Sorry, I just want to say that.
No, Clubhouse was a great experience for me. Like
I mean, that's how I met June. That's how I met you.
Yeah,
that's met at the club. I had to get over my fears of just speaking in public, and I'm so glad that I did. So you have to get over on the other side of fear is growth.
That's
you have to do it. You never know what's in front of you.
Instant marketing. We got to know, like, and trust each other like that.
Yes. Yeah. Because once you hear someone, you hear their personality.
Yeah.
What I loved about Clubhouse is still obviously a thing. What I loved about it too, when I was on there, is we took those relationships off LinkedIn.
Yes.
And we were in rooms with each other, talking, sharing ideas, sharing advice to help the community. I wish I had more time to be there, but I think Clubhouse is a great place, not only for entrepreneurs' careers, but for job seekers.
Oh my God, it's the
I've
best
actually
place.
just recently set up an interview with someone that I met on Clubhouse for one of my roles.
Nice.
So it's all about thinking outside of the box.
There you go. Stepping outside.
I'll accept your connection requests. I promise. He said, my dude, Kevin spitting 100%.
And second to last point also, the reason why I'm going to have this awesome announcement coming up about a new job, and in the last 6 months, guys, I've technically turned down 8 jobs is because of all this, yo. It's all of this right here. Everything, all of it. And it takes time. Yes. Oh my gosh, it takes time.
But it's worth it.
But it doesn't take that much time, too.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't.
And isn't it worth it, Kevin? Isn't it worth it?
I guys, like, and it's not a boast, I promise. It's just to tell you what's possible. I'm about to accept an offer that's 3 times more than what I've ever made in my life. And that happened in 9 months because of doing this right here. Connecting with people, networking, because unfortunately, most of life is honestly who you know.
Yes.
It really
is. Who you
connect with. Because there's resourceful people like June that will find people on Clubhouse and connect you with a job. There's people like Kevin that do things and look at things outside the box. We're not just on LinkedIn. We go to Twitter, we go to Instagram, we go to Clubhouse. We're out there looking for y'all, and we do things differently. So do things differently, guys. That's how you get found. That's how you get noticed. Don't listen. Don't Google everything. Don't Google everything. Be you.
No, don't Google everything. No, YouTube everything.
Don't YouTube everything.
Figure out your own way.
Right.
Or try to get on YouTube.
Or try to
pick up that
phone on YouTube
and start videos.
Or
do it.
Or try to sell your services on Google.
You need to be on TikTok. I've been having a lot of fun on TikTok, Kevin. I can see you blowing up on there.
I'm going to try to get on.
I'm starting next month.
Kevin, do it.
I already have a plan in place.
Kevin, you could just repurpose your content and put it on LinkedIn.
I don't know if you can.
Oh gosh,
I think
why
it's
would you do that
different.
when you can have so much fun with new content? Oh my God, there's so many things, guys.
Oh my God,
so many ideas.
I've been spending some time there on TikTok, and I've just been having fun. So.
Oh gosh.
Anyways,
we'll join you.
I might have some outlandish ideas, but
really, I love like all of the skits that you do, like with your.
It's gonna be heavy skits. Yes.
Ooh.
They're gonna love you. They don't even know. The TikTok audience does not know what's coming to them.
Honestly, I'm
just saying.
I need to get on there, yo. I'm being serious.
You should. I think everybody should. It's great. Yes, especially right now. Especially right now.
Yeah, the box is too small to not look outside of it. Read it.
Outside of it,
homies.
That's right.
I've been covering everything so much. Y'all, you're making me feel so much better. I'm like having a really weird day. Kevin, oh my gosh, your energy, it's contagious, and you're such an inspiration. I want to read this really quick. Collaborating off LinkedIn is awesome. I can't wait to keep growing my network. looking for IT networking companies to network with, to collaborate and meet business owners. Exciting news from Kevin, turning down opportunities for getting the right ones. Yes. And this is what I love about having LinkedIn events like this is you get to share what you're looking for, connect with other people, and you never know who's watching the replay, who's in the comments, Chris. So I'm hoping that someone will connect with you off this live stream for a potential opportunity.
Absolutely. Opportunities everywhere. That's why you got to put yourself out there.
But you got to put it out there, right?
That's right.
No one can read your mind. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yes.
What were we talking about? If you don't put the seed in the ground, guess what? Nothing will ever grow, guys. Nothing will ever grow. And then you got to go back to water it daily. There's that too.
Yeah, you know.
We just like keep dropping all of these, sayings.
Platitudes. So much for not liking platitudes.
I think you guys were in the flow state right now.
Right. So share with us, Kevin, what is your flow state? And it could be creativity. It could be whatever what does that look like for you? Describe it.
That is, so I'll tell you a flow state day. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I hit the gym. I got my 1.5 hours in the gym and I'm feeling amazing. Get to my house, pot of coffee. I can smell that thing brewing, get that first cup, and I am ready. The next most important thing is I have to grab my phone, go to Spotify, and I have to put on my Baroque classics. And that's because to get into, it's known that I forget the beats per minute, but because Baroque at a certain beats per minute, it actually there's science that states that it can get you into the flow state itself. And so you'll notice if you listen to this music over time for not even 30 minutes, 15 minutes, you just kind of like you stop paying attention to everything else going on and you just kind of focus in on what you're doing. It's really weird, but it happens.
Wait, let me get my notepad. What was it?
It's called Baroque music. So it's like Baroque. Beethoven. It's Baroque.
Got it. So that's the first.
I drink butter coffee, so that's supposed to help with your brain too. So maybe if I combine those two together, butter coffee and Baroque, you just don't know. You might be like type. Love that.
But seriously, with those things, I get such a focus about me. Like I am intently here. And then the last thing is LinkedIn is not on my phone. So notifications have to go off. In a flow state, there can be no notifications. So either my phone is somewhere else or something, but you have to get the distractions away. The biggest problem, I think the biggest reason why we probably mostly aren't in flow states is because we have distractions 1,000 times a day.
That's so true. Wait, so you don't have LinkedIn on your phone at all?
I just deleted it this morning. Thank you, Joel Algie. Great idea. Great idea. Thanks, bro.
I go back and forth with doing that.
Yes. I've never done it. I'm going to see how it goes. It may not work out for me. It sounded like a great idea, and I like experimenting with things. So I'm going to see how it goes. Right. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to put it back on.
It didn't work for me, but I put it in a folder in my iPhone.
See, the problem is I'm a recruiter. That's the only problem.
I know, Kevin.
If I was if I just used it in another way, not having candidates contact me at all times of the day, I think, but I will see. I don't know if it's going to work out.
The heck, Aldo says June instruction site. Type it out for us, the type of music. Okay, let me type it up really quick. What is it?
Baroque. Baroque.
Let me comment this really quick. BAROQUE.
And you can look up. So I learned that by a gentleman named Jim Quick, JIMKWIK. He's pretty famous. This can go deep. So I went into a deep personal development for about 6 months before all this started. And it started with a gentleman named Tom Bilyeu. He has a show on YouTube called Impact Theory. And he interviews all these amazing people. And he is the most amazing interviewer you have ever met. Well, he interviewed this gentleman, Jim Quick. And so what Jim Quick does is he gives you, he's really deep into neuroscience and neurology, and he gives you all these tips and tricks on how to best put yourself in a flow state so that you can create to your best ability. And so that's what got me taking cold showers for the last 5 years, for instance, which is one of the other things. Oh, that's right. So back by the way, when I get home from that gym, I'm also taking a 5-minute cold shower in the flow state as well.
Okay. Jim, what's your favorite workout?
Ooh, just playing ball with people. Oh, I
Oh,
just got back to playing
seeing the
basketball with
videos
human
of
beings in
ball.
the last 3 weeks. Oh, it's
Oh,
everything. It's everything to me. I can't tell you guys. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. My wife knows. Like I don't do nothing else. Just if you just let me go to the gym, just I'm a gym rat. I don't care. I'll take care of anything else. I got you. I'll do the dishes. I'll do the laundry. I'll do anything. Just let me go to the gym.
I would let you go to
Me,
the gym for sure.
me too, Mark. Me too, Mark. Me too. I am a neuroscience nerd. I could talk about it all day. V.S. Ramchandran. If you read the book, you know. Yes, I'm a nerd at
Yes.
heart.
Amazing. I feel like we got so much. Kevin, you're like the most amazing person that pulls back the curtains on so many things. And I thought it was just for like job seekers, but no, you have so much Easter eggs everywhere. So thank you
Eggs.
so.
Thanks for not saying golden eggs. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Or golden nuggets. Thanks for not saying golden nuggets. Appreciate that.
Golden nuggets.
Is that bad? Oh, I don't know. Okay, we can talk about that offline. I have no idea. But no.
Inside joke.
Okay.
Clubhouse joke.
It's a Clubhouse joke. Okay.
Clubhouse joke.
I gotta get back on Clubhouse. I might have to.
You're not missing anything.
What are your last words? What are your final words, Mr. Logan, for
Yes.
the LinkedIn community here, for everyone's watching the replay? What is your final advice for people out there?
Well, before
entrepreneurs, job seekers, anyone?
Yeah. Start writing. Start writing today, whether that's a journal, whether that's to yourself. It doesn't have to be on LinkedIn. We're on LinkedIn, so we talked about LinkedIn, but you don't have to write on LinkedIn. You can write to yourself. You can write to your spouse. You can write to a friend. You can write to an imaginary person. Write to a pen pal. Write to anybody, but start writing, because it's just getting your thoughts out. And I think so much of this life is consumed by things happening that you just don't get enough time with yourself, with your own thoughts, to figure out who you are, what you want, who you want to be, how you want to do it. And so that's why writing is important, because you start asking yourself the important questions. So start writing, start asking yourself the important questions, start answering those important questions. Don't look for other people's counsel. Don't look for Google's counsel. Do it all yourself. Make it a hard thing. If it takes a year, it takes a year. But after that year's over, you will be the best version of yourself. And there is nobody that can stop you. Period.
Yes. Ding. Stretch is over, guys. I agree.
But also, thank you guys so much. At the end of the day, sincerely, when you ask guests to be on, you're giving them a platform. So you've given me a platform with people that know you. And so there's obviously a trust factor there. And so I do sincerely appreciate you guys. I miss you, Jessica. I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
But Valerie and June, I really do appreciate you guys coming on and hanging with me and letting me talk my jams.
Speaking of jams, Mark's asking, can I have 2 jams?
Oh.
Here's my jam. Yes.
There you go.
Of course.
Double down.
Double down. Yes. Thank you so much, Kevin. Really appreciate you. Everyone that's watching.
My pleasure.
Please connect with Kevin. But we will see you next week. Jessica, we miss you. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Nico says your authenticity is amazing.
Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you, everybody in the audience, for showing up. Oh my gosh, thank you.
So much.
Who am I? I don't even know. But you guys came out and you guys interacted with us. And thank you.
Yes,
you guys are amazing and awesome. Thank you.
Please
make sure to comment on the replay too, because we can still read that, and we would love to comment back with you guys and interact with you.
Yes, and connect with Kevin, because he has exciting.
It's right timing.
That's right. You got it. It's a cliffhanger for next week.
It's an amazing cliffhanger for next week. Now, will she come back in time?
I have no idea, because she has control of the StreamYard. So it's just going to be you and me talking until she gets back online.
Let's talk deep things. So the theory of life is no.
No, but your story is very I resonate with it, because after I was laid off, it was a lot of soul searching, and it's because I put too much of my identity on my role.
Oh my God.
Right. So when I was laid off, I also lost myself and my identity. So your story definitely resonates with me.
Yes, that is exactly my story, and I'm sticking to it. And again, probably like you, like me, best thing that ever happened to me, best thing to notice, and then the best like process to get through to figure out what that identity was. So I'm right there with you, 100%.
Sorry, guys, I got kicked out.
It's all right, June.
Yo, thank you so much, Kevin.
All right, June, you're back with us.
Absolutely, you got it.
I also want to say too, you guys, it's never too late, for anything, to show up on LinkedIn, to start that new business, start that new career. Right. This is what this show is all about, is giving you inspiration, sharing stories like Kevin. That it can happen. You just got to show up and believe in yourself and own your uniqueness. That's right.
Think outside that box. Own that box.
Own
outside that box.
Own the box, outside, inside, everything around it. Right?
You can do whatever you want. You can paint it. You can put pictures on it. Cut it out. Whatever. It's your box. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's your box.
Get creative.
Oh, Mark wants you on his show. Connect with him, please. He tried to send you a connection request, but he couldn't leave a note.
Uh-oh. I got you, Mark.
Okay.
I'll connect.
We got you. All right, y'all. This is bye again. This is my second attempt for saying bye. Thank you.
Don't you freeze.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.